there was miscommunication between the team that must collect him. The member that brought him only received a message this morning that he must collect him, and he was out of town at this particular moment. We have requested the team to draft a roster on a weekly basis to collect Mr. Ntanzi. Hopefully the situation will now be resolved.
Okay, fine. I'm excited to be out in the field.
Mr. Ntanzi, can we then have a look at Exhibit HH? It is a pro forma and statements made before Lieutenant Colonel Rapadi.
Masingabuka ke le statement lesizwe qala beqale namaform nje la agcwalisayo ebhalayo bese kuba kamuva kwa istatement lesi sabhala uyena uLieutenant Colonel Rapadi.
Now, the version of Lieutenant Colonel Rapadu, Constable Jonathan, and Sergeant Mokhani regarding the circumstances under which this document was produced is already on record. We're not going to canvass that.
Ufakazi bakhe ke uKenel Rapadu uJonathan maphumulo bangizwe ngizwe kahle sebebethululeke ukufakazi la enkantolo ukuthi umshushisi angeke aphindeke lokho.
And yesterday we canvassed with you the circumstances under which you say you signed Exhibit HH and also put your thumbprint on Exhibit HH.
Izolo-ke sikhulumile nawe ngendlela ke othi wena kwenzeka ngayo ke ukuthi ke usayine la ku-exhibit leli ke u-HH nokuthi futhi ubeke isithupha sakho.
And what your version is regarding the contents of Exhibit HH is all that is on record.
Nokuthi ke wena ke yini ke ekhona nokuthi ke yini ebhaliwe lana ke ku-statement ukuthi wena ke yakho inkulumo ithini ke ngalokho konke lokho sekukhona kwi-record.
Can we then have a look at the contents of Exhibit HH? The first paragraph has already been put on record, but we'll just briefly put paragraph 1 on record again, just for the sake of the record. Yes. Now, right at the top, it's written confession and admission. It says on the 19th of June 2020 at 06:50 was contacted by Colonel Gininda to say there is someone, and it says suspect name, Bongani Sandiso Ntanzi, who wants to make a statement. It says police station, Foslores, cast number 636/10/2014, charge murder, language of suspect Zulu, and is currently held at Pretoria North.
Masingaqala lana ke la eshoyo ke ukuthi ke yini ke lena iyasho ke ukuthi ke statement yake sogonyuluka i-confession kanye ne-admission nokuvuma bhaliwe ke i-date i-19th kaJune 2020 isikhathi u-10 to 7 ekuseni 06:50 ngashayelwa ke ucingo waseyobhala ke Colonel Gininda ukuthi kunomuntu ubhala ke igama lomsolo Bongani Sandiso Ntanzi ofisa ukwenza istatimende wabhala i-police station Foslores i-case number 63610/2014 icala ukubulala ulimi lomsolwa isiZulu nokuthi ke la aboshwe noma ke i-police station agcinwe kuyona ke noma avalelwe kuyona Pretoria North.
Now the question is, how would Lieutenant Colonel Rapadu have known about your name?
Manje ke umbuzo ukuthi ke uKenel Rapadu igama lakho walazi kanjani?
Ngambona ngithe phethe ID yami.
I saw him in possession of my ID.
And how would he have known that you are isiZulu speaking?
Wakwazi kanjani ukuthi ukhuluma isiZulu?
Lokho kulula ukuthi engakwazi ngoba bemtshela ukuthi ngubonga Ntanzi. Otanzi bagcwele KZN.
That's very easy to determine because he was told or informed that I am Ntanzi, and there are many the Ntanzis, the majority of them are in KZN.
Namaphoyisa langibophileyo kulula na uGininda kulula ukuthi ngamtshena futhi ukuthi isibongo sakho Ntanzi igama lakhe language yakho lizo.
Even the police officer who arrested me, it's very easy for them to inform him. Even Brigadier Gininda himself, it would have been very easy for him to inform him that my surname is Ntanzi and my language is isiZulu.
Akucela nje ngifuna ukuchazela phambi kwekhotha angishongo Nkosi enkatho ukuthi ngifuna ukubhala istatement.
And the other thing that I would like to emphasize, my Lord, I never said that I want to make a statement.
Yes. And it says at 07:30 on this 19th June 2020 at Cluster Office with Bongani Sandiso Ntanzi. It says full name and surname of suspect.
Iyaqhubeka ke ithi ngo-7:30 7 ngazo i-19 kuJune 2020 ehhovisi ke kanye naye uBongani Sandiso Ntanzi. Magama aphelele kaMsolo.
Ngiphinde Nkosi enkatho abazange ngibone Baba Raphatho ekuseni.
I repeat, my Lord, I never saw Colonel Rapadu in the morning or met Colonel Rapadu in the morning.
Ngalesi sikhathi esibhalwe.
At the time that is indicated here.
I-date here Nkosi enkatho kwakuze 19 kuJune.
But the date is correct. It was on the 19th of June 2020.
And it says residential address 3125 Freedom Park, Phase 2, Rustenburg.
Ibese ithi ke ikhebi 3125 eFreedom Park, Phase 2 eRustenburg.
That is your physical address, is that correct?
Ikhebi lakho la uhlala khona leli Ahmed?
Yeah.
Yes.
Now, how would Lieutenant Colonel Rapadu have known about your address?
Manje ke walazi kanjani ikhebi lakho Colonel Rapadu?
Kulolu Baba Raphatho ngalazi phela ngoba uGininda ukhona ngithi umkhana ukhona abantu abangibophileyo.
It was easy for Colonel Rapatu to know my address. Gininda was there, Mokhane was there, the people who arrested me.
Ngoba mangiboshwa ngiboshela endlini ngiboshela namgwaqweni futhi bangifonela ukuze bazi ukuthi ngihlala kuphi.
And on the day of my arrest, I was arrested at my place of residence, not out in the street. And they called me first for them to know where I was staying.
Yesterday, when we took you through the evidence that is on record regarding the circumstances under which you say you signed, you were forced to sign and put your thumbprint on the on Exhibit HH, we referred you, and without rehashing this point, just to give a bit of background, we referred you to the proposal or the proposition that was made to Lieutenant Colonel Rapadu by your then counsel, Mr. Ngumezulu, during the proceedings of 26 October 2023 at page 18, namely, it's line 3, that Brigadier Gininda opened the boot. This is now according to the incident that happened there at a place near the board that was written Orlando, near the abandoned ATMs and dumping site. The proposition was that Brigadier Gininda arrived there in a white BMW opened the boot of the BMW and sat on the edge of the boot of the open boot, and the Brigadier Gininda took out documents and gave them to Rapadu. And the instruction from Brigadier Gininda was for the accused that if you do not sign this document, then you'll be assaulted. And that Brigadier Gininda is the one who came with the documents, and you were then ordered to sign the documents.
Lana-ke ngokwenkulumo eloyo-ke owayekumele ngaphambilini yena-ke ubaba uMngomezulu, ngokwenzeka-ke laphayana kuleya ndawo-ke othi kwakunama-ATM ayingasetshenziswa khona sorry, ukuthi kwafika lapho imoto noma-ke kwakuyi-BMW emhlophe eyayihamba ngaye uBrigadier Gininda, noma-ke yayishayelwa yena uBrigadier Gininda. uBrigadier Gininda lapho-ke akwenza ukuthi-ke wasevula-ke ibhuti ye-BMW, wahlala-ke lapho emuva kuyona-ke ibhuti leyo, nokuthi-ke lapho-ke uyena uBrigadier Gininda owakhipha-ke amaphepha wase ewanikeza yena-ke uKenel Rapadu, washo-ke kuyena-ke ukuthi noma-ke abakusho kuyena ukuthi uma ngabe ungawasayini lawo maphepha lawo bazoqhubeka-ke bekushaya. Yinkulumo leyo eyayikhulunywa ubaba uMngomezulu ewayemele wena ngaleso sikhathi eyitshela uKenel Rapadu.
Bese ngiyiphendulile nazo le nkulumo.
Yes.
I've already responded to that yesterday.
Yes. We also referred you yesterday to your evidence in chief, where you say that Mabena, at that place that you described, that Sergeant Mabena handed an envelope to Lieutenant Colonel Rapadu, and Lieutenant Colonel Rapadu started writing, and you were then asked to sign. We referred you to your evidence of 11 February 2026, page 29.
Nokuthi-ke kwakune-envelope eyayiphethwe uyena-ke uSergeant Mabena awayithatha-ke wayinikeza uKenel Rapadu, wase-ke uKenel Rapadu yena-ke eqala ukubhala kuyona lapho, wena-ke wasucela ukuthi-ke awusayine.
And we also referred to evidence that Rapadu was writing on the documents. This we see on page 11th of February 2026, where you say you do not see whether he completed writing on the documents or not. Thereafter, you were then requested to sign the documents. Now, Mr. Ntanzi, the question is this. It is not clear as to which document you signed or you were forced to sign. Were these the documents that were brought by Brigadier Gininda as the proposal was made, or the documents that were completed by Lieutenant Colonel Rapadu?
Okungacacanga-ke manje lana ukuthi iwaphi-ke lamaphepha ekuyiwona owawasayina, ngabe wasayina lamaphepha la ayelethwe uyena uBrigadier Gininda noma lana uKenel Rapadu ayebhala kuwona. My Lord, I would like to explain this because even yesterday I responded to this question. My Lord, when Brigadier Gininda and Colonel Rapadu were together, I didn't know whether they had one set of documents or they had different sets of documents?
Ngoba kwamina ngabona ngamaphepha la uthi ayebhala ukuthina of take it engafundelwa yona. Kube mhlambe ngafundelwa, ngizotshela icourt iphendule engcono.
Because I did not see, my lord, as to what it is that was written on those documents. If at least they had read back to me, then I would have given a better response.
And did you sign the documents that were already completed, or were the documents completed in your presence? As you say, Lieutenant Colonel Rapadu was writing on certain documents.
Ingabe uma usayina wena wasayina amaphepha asekubhaliwe kuwona noma ke wasayina amaphepha uKhenela Rapadu ayebhala kona njengoba usho ukuthi ngalesi sikhathi lapha uKhenela Rapadu wayebhala.
Kosenkantolo mina ngibona into ayebhala ngoba mawubamba amaphepha kuwe ngesandla ubhala kanje angazi ukuthi yini oyibhala futhi ayikho into ongifundela yona. Mawusucela ngisayine ngishawa ngizosayina vele.
My lord, I could not see as to what it is that he was writing because he held the documents just like this in front of him and is busy writing. I'm unable to see as to what it is that he is writing, and nothing was read back to me. So when I'm being asked upon or being requested to sign, my lord, or else I'll be assaulted, then I will sign.
Okay. Then it says telephone number, unknown, work address, unknown, contractor.
Ubhaliwe ke lapho ukuthi inamba yocingo ayaziwa ikheli lasemsebenzini kwase kubhalwa ke contractor. Yebo.
Kuyakhomba ukuthi ayikho vele into angibuza yona. Nakho namanje inamba yami ngiyayazi ngekhanda.
It's clear, my lord, that there's nothing that he asked from me because as it is indicated here, telephone number unknown, but I know my phone number from the top of my head.
Siphinde size ngapha angisebenzi contract. Ngisebenza permanent.
And I'm not a contractor, my lord, or a contract worker. I'm a permanent worker.
Icontract ngigcina kuyisebenza 2017 eMarikana.
The last time I worked as a contractor was in 2017 in Marikana,
Okhama contract azangibuza.
which is a clear indication that he never asked me.
Then the identification number is 90120211978083. That ID number is incorrect, is that so? Is that not so? The identity number that appear there is incorrect.
Incorrect.
Yeah, is that not so?
Bese kuba nale ID number 901202 11978083 angithi akusiyona lena i-wrong le ID number le.
The first
Kusho kanjani?
yes, the first one should be a 6, is that not so? You were born on the 26th of December 1990 and not on the 21st. Is that not so?
But in this one, my lord, it looks like a 6 in this one. 9012026197.
Okay, all right.
Ingakho ngibuza kumthi wrong ngathi ngiyayibona mina ukuthi phela ukuthi lena ngabona ngalo 08. Phelethi 083 yami.
The only one that are not clear to me is 083, but I can see that it is the correct one.
All right, so the ID number is correct, is that so?
So iyona ke lena i-right le ID number. Iyona ID number yakho le.
Ngiqinisekise cha before ngiphendule azobe.
Can I first confirm before answering?
Yeah, where you are.
Yes, it is correct.
And your version is that Lieutenant Colonel Rapadu had your identity document, is that correct?
Uyasho ke kubufakazi bakho ukuthi uKhenela Rapadu wayephethe i-ID yakho.
Yeah, ngiyibona.
Yes, I saw it.
Yes. Is your version now that the fact that he had your ID was the reason why he was able to complete your ID number here?
Ingabe uthi ke lokho kushoyo ukuthi ke wayephethe i-ID yakho ikona ke okwenza ke ukuthi ke ayibhale phansi i-ID number yakho ngoba wayephethe i-ID yakho.
Yeah, ngoba nazaka ngibuze lutho.
Yes, because he did not ask me anything.
It says apparently in his or her sound and sober senses appears before me. Lieutenant Colonel Mohale Solomon Rapadu, says Justice of the Peace. The deponent was brought to my private office by Constable Jonathan of Ekurhuleni Metropolitan Police Department, or EMPD for short.
Uyaqhubeka ke lapha uthi ke ngesikhathi ke ngalesa sikhathi wawukuyena ke noma phambi kwakhe ngokuthi ke wawusemqondeleni ke noma wawukahle nje akukho nje okwakubonakala ukuthi ke akukahle ngawe wasebhala ke igama lakhe Lieutenant Colonel Mohale Solomon Rapadu wabhala ke ukuthi ke wena ke walethwa kuyena kwi-office awayekulona wayelisebenzisa uConstable Jonathan we-EMPD amaphoyisa ke asekuruleni.
You did testify that you saw Constable Jonathan at Moroka Police Station on the 19th of June 2020, is that correct?
Ushilo kubufakazi bakho ukuthi wambona uJonathan ngaleli langa lange-19 June 2020 eMoroka.
Nganginabo.
I was with them.
Yes.
Makuthiwa ngambona fana umuntu engimbona ehambela mina nganginabo.
If it's said that I saw him, it's like someone that I saw just walking, but I was with them.
Now, your version is that you did not see Lieutenant Colonel Rapadu on the morning of the 19th of June 2020 at Moroka Police Station.
Manje ke inkulumo yakho ithi ekseni ngazo i-19 ka June 2020 awuzange umbone uColonel Rapadu eMoroka.
Angizange ngibone Nkosi ngani.
I never saw him, my lord.
Yes. Now, how would Lieutenant Colonel Rapadu have known about the presence of Constable Jonathan at Moroka Police Station on the morning of the 19th of June 2020?
Manje ke ukuba khona kuka Jonathan police station yaseMoroka yinto awazoyazi kanjani noma ayazi kanjani uColonel Rapadu ukuthi uJonathan wayekhona eMoroka.
Nkosi nkantolo sikhuluma ngamaphoyisa la sikhuluma ngabantu athwa omunye usebenze amasosha omunye usebenze office sikhuluma ngamaphoyisa umkhakha wodwa lesikhuluma ngawo.
My lord, we are speaking here of police officers. We are not saying or referring to someone here who is in the army or the military and the other one is working in an office. These are police officers.
Manje mina eBaragwana uJonathan ngihamba naye. Esowethu uTambama ngihamba naye.
At Baragwana, I was in the company of Jonathan. In Soweto, late afternoon, I was with Jonathan.
But is it correct that there were other police officers from Ekurhuleni Metropolitan Police Department? Is it not so?
Kodwa ingabe kuyiqiniso yini ukuthi ayekhona namanye amaphoyisa masikhuluma ke manje ngalamaphoyisa lana ke EMPD la asebenzela Ekurhuleni Metropolice ukuthi kwangasi uJonathan yedwa ngalela langa kodwa wayenoza kwabo lapha yana ngalela langa?
Yebo.
Yes.
Angithi nemoto yabo ibhaliwe iGTI.
Even their vehicle, the GTI, is a marked vehicle.
Are you able to proffer an explanation as to why Lieutenant Colonel Rapadu will, out of the EMPD police officers who were there, write the name of Constable Jonathan here as the person who brought you to his private office?
Kunesizathu ongasisho yini esingabangela uColonel Rapadu ukuthi ke lana abhale igama lika Constable Jonathan ukuthi ke Constable Jonathan wakulethe office lakhe uJonathan esebenzela iEMPD.
uJonathan yena escorting escort Nkosi nkantolo.
Jonathan is the one or the person that escorted me, my lord,
Nabo Buthelezi.
as well as the likes of Buthelezi.
Engingamazi igama lakhe lona engigcina ukuthi wayejela ukuhamba noJonathan angagcina ngambona ngishubuso ba wayehlala evale nemask la.
Ngihamba noJonathan.
Wayehlala nje noJonathan kwiGTI.
And then the other person, my lord, whose name I cannot recall, is the one who was always in the company of Jonathan. He was seated in front, and also I could not see his face because his face was always covered, my lord.
Manje kulula ukuthi babalone ngamazi uJonathan ngoba yena escort engihamba naye.
Now, it's very easy for Colonel Rapadu to know Jonathan because that was the person that was escorting me.
But you said he was not the only escort, is that correct?
Kodwa kushilo ukuthi kwakungasiyena kuphela.
Angithi ngihamba ngemoto eziwu-2 escort.
There were two escort vehicles.
imoto mazima uyawabona vele babura aphatha amaphoyisa nakagcwele nalapha sifika esibhedlela emoto eBarakwana ezongena emotweni amaphoyisa amngenyawo la bokutheleza noJonathan.
He's able to see the vehicles as the police as the vehicles stop, as well as at the hospital. The police were standing there.
Yes, but the question, Mr. Ntanzi, was why would he, out of the police officers who were escorting you, select the name of Constable Jonathan
Kodwa-ke umbuzo uthi,
as the person who brought you to his office?
kulawo maphoyisa lawo ayehamba nawe noma escorta, yingani eyikhethele igama likaJonathan?
Hayi Nkosi enkantolo angazi kwami ngangingekho mabeyikhuluma nalapha kubhala lencwadi le ngangingekho la.
I don't know, my lord. I was not there when they discussed that. Even when this document was completed, I was not there. I don't know.
Mina ngokwazi kwami masengiboshwe ngihamba leli cala. Iphoyisa namazongilanda ejele ingena ne-escort. I-escort iyasayina lapha eceleni nephoyisa liyasayina. Ngenzeka mhlambe na uthole leyo ncwadi yakho ukuthi ubani umuntu omsayinela. Escort.
What I do know, my lord, from attending this particular case, my lord, is that when a police officer fetches me in prison, that police officer is in the company of an escort. The police officer will sign, the escort will also sign. So I don't know whether here he was able to see as to who signed for me.
Then it continues that it was only you and him in the office that was allocated to him.
Uyaqinisekisa-ke ukuthi-ke kwihhovisi awayelinikwe ukuthi asebenzise lona-ke kwakuwuwe naye kuphela.
Nkosi enkantolo akubona iqiniso la.
My lord, that's not true.
Akaze ngena nangalilodwa i-office yaseMoroka Nkosi enkantolo.
I never entered a single office, my lord, at Maroka Police Station.
If we are reading from Exhibit H, the last statement of opposition to the witness, it does not say Rapadu and the witness were in the office. It says the interpreter and I are in the office and nobody else.
The interpreter and I.
Yes, it says, let me read it, my lord. It says the interpreter and I are in the office and nobody else.
Yes, Mr.
Well, we read the portion just before that. It says the deponent was brought to my private office by Constable Jonathan of the South African Police, and only the deponent, Bongani Sandiso Ntanzi, are in the office and nobody else. I don't know what the problem is there.
No, Lord, I'm sorry to belabor this point. It says, we've just read Lieutenant Colonel Mohale Solomon Rapadu, Justice of the Peace for the Republic of South Africa. And it says, the deponent was brought to my private office by Constable Jonathan and in brackets ENPD of the South African Police, and only the deponent Bongani Sandiso Ntanzi, the interpreter, and I are in the office and nobody else. That's the complete reading.
Yeah, fine. You said there was an interpreter there. And I.
Yes. Well,
Number two.
well, the evidence of Lieutenant Colonel Rapad is on record that he never used an interpreter, but we'll get to that portion. Just looking for the relevant transcript of we'll come to that just now. Then it carries on. that the deponent is further informed that she is in the presence of a police officer who, as such, a justice of the peace. At this point, said, I present my appointment certificate and explain what the justice of the peace is, as well as the fact that I bear no knowledge of the case. I inform him, stroke her, that he, stroke she, has nothing to fear and can therefore speak freely, and that if necessary, protection against any irregularity can be provided to him or her.